This is a follow-up to the previous video entitled Choosing a Video Surveillance System. In that video we briefly covered the concept, very new to most people, of decentralization in a video surveillance system, and we covered how that differs to the traditional centralized surveillance systems. This presentation is designed to further clarify the differences between the two systems, centralized and decentralized. We have already established that in a decentralized video surveillance system, the video processing and storage management is handled by the camera itself, thus allowing the camera to record directly to USB or Ethernet attached hard disk or across the network to network attached storage devices, without the need for a central recording server with video management and recording software installed. In response to the first video, I've had quite a few installers message me on YouTube saying, "But what's the big deal? You can record directly to hard disk or attached storage with any IP camera." Well, yes you can. But have you noticed that vendors who are manufacturing video surveillance systems based on the centralized topology using MPEG-4 or H.264 compression don't recommend recording directly to attached storage? They always talk in terms of connecting the cameras to a network switch, which in turn is connected to a central server with video management software installed. Notice here in this very popular IP video surveillance guide, it recommends a PC for viewing, managing and storing the video. Further down in the document under System Checklist, it recommends purchasing a server for video management software and to also purchase the software licenses for each camera, which can cost anywhere between $100 to $150 per camera, depending on the feature set of the software. Some video management software manufacturers also charge an additional recording server license. So what they are recommending in this design guide is to buy a central server, video management software licenses for each camera, and then to also purchase attached network storage. Notice they recommend RAID or SAN for the archiving of the video once processed at the video server. So why is it the central recording server with video management software is always recommended? Why don't they recommend to record directly to attached storage and simply bypass the recording server? This is because in a centralized video surveillance system, the video is only encoded or compressed at the camera, so the video stream still needs to be decoded or decompressed so that it can be viewed at the monitor. When using compression standards such as MPEG-4, this requires massive processing power to decode the video into a viewable format. If you were to record directly from, say, 10 MPEG-4 cameras to hard disk, bypassing the central server, and then try to retrieve that video for playback, you would need a lot more than a standard computer to achieve this. An entry-level computer such as a laptop, for example, would not suffice. So if you were to record 10 megapixel cameras using MPEG-4 compression, bypassing the central server and recording directly to a network-attached storage box, and you wanted to view the video from a laptop on the network, you wouldn't be able to view it in smooth streaming video. There would be enormous lag as the processor tries to display the video on the monitor. This is simply not a viable solution. Further to this, H.264 requires twice the processing power to view the video than that of MPEG-4, so the processing power requirement and cost doubles with H.264 IP cameras. This is even further impacted when recording in megapixel resolutions. This is the reason why manufacturers of centralized video surveillance systems do not recommend recording directly from the camera to attached storage. This article was published in the September 2008 issue of MX Installer. Here it provides a comparison of the two technologies, centralized and decentralized. It illustrates the point that the video streaming from MPEG-4 and H.264 IP cameras is so compressed there is a huge amount of work of rebuilding the video server-side. In the decentralized surveillance system, notice that most of the video processing has already been performed at the camera. So now when it comes time to recording and viewing the video, very little CPU power is required. Thus the central server is no longer a necessity. This is why it's viable to record directly to hard disk or attached storage boxes and access the video from anywhere on the network from any computer when using decentralized video surveillance. In fact, You can access multiple high-resolution video streams recorded directly from the camera to a NAS storage box instantly from even the most basic Pentium 4 computer. To put this into perspective, if you were to place two completely identical Windows computers side by side and connected decentralized cameras to one, and centralized IP cameras, being MPEG-4 or H.264, to another, you would be able to stream video to and record 10 times as many decentralized cameras to the same computer than that of the centralized IP cameras. This is why decentralized video surveillance systems are so cost-effective, because you don't need to pay for the recording server or the video management software. You can simply go out and buy USB or Ethernet attached hard disks or network attached storage, whichever suits your application best, both of which are far less expensive to purchase and far more cost effective to scale up as more storage is required. Don't get lured in by the cheap upfront pricing of centralized IP cameras, because it's on the recording server side where you're really paying. To keep up to date with the very latest in high-resolution video surveillance systems, register today for MX Installer Monthly. It's free at www.theipacademy.com.